It all started with a simple question. I was in Chiang Mai, savoring noodles, when I asked Somchai, my local guide, "Where do you go to get away from everything?" He smiled, then leaned in. "Some places are not for the maps, they are for the heart." He spoke of beautiful spots kept quiet, not because they're dangerous but because they're precious and fragile. "A little mystery keeps the magic alive," he said. That conversation lit a fire in me. What were these places? What kind of magic? Suddenly the city's well-trodden paths felt less exciting. I wanted to find the places spoken of in hushed tones, the ones not reviewed online. In a world where everything is shared instantly, what if the best experiences can't be found with a search? The real adventure was about to begin, far from the crowds and familiar signposts. My first real test came a few days later. Somchai gave me a riddle. Go to the old banyan tree past the village that sells bamboo baskets, then listen for the wind. No map, no GPS, just a tree and the wind. I found the village, bought a basket, and found the ancient banyan tree. I stood, listening, feeling a bit silly, until I heard a faint whistling sound. I followed it. There was no real path, just a suggestion in the grass and ferns. Pushing through leaves, stepping over roots, I stopped often to listen, letting the sound guide me. The air cooled as I climbed, the village sounds fading into the buzz of insects and birds. The world shrank to a narrow green corridor, a walking meditation. I realized the journey itself was the experience, teaching me to pay attention in a way I rarely do at home. After about an hour, the path opened onto a rocky ledge. The view was breathtaking, the valley below, rice paddies, villages, and a vast blue sky. No one else was there, just me, the wind, and this panorama. I finally understood Somchai's riddle. The trail wasn't meant to be found easily. It was a reward for those willing to slow down, listen, and trust something other than a screen. The destination wasn't just a place, it was a secret handshake with the landscape. I stood there, grateful for the lesson. Sometimes the best places are the ones you have to earn. Another day, another whispered tip, this time about a hidden temple. Not the famous one, a woman at the market told me, but its little brother, the one that hides. She pointed toward a misty peak. You have to want to find it. I rode my scooter up a winding road that turned to gravel, then dirt. Clouds drifted past as I climbed higher, the air crisp and cool. Finally, in a small clearing, I found it, a simple, weathered wooden temple, nearly swallowed by the forest. No monks, no tourists, just silence and the soft tinkling of bamboo chimes. I walked around, admiring the intricate woodwork softened by age. Inside, a serene Buddha statue sat in the dim light. It felt less like a tourist attraction, more like a private home for the spirit. I sat on the steps, breathing with the mountain, watching clouds drift by. This was a different kind of awe, the awe of intimacy, of stumbling upon something pure and untouched. The temple's beauty was in its solitude, its quiet dignity. As I left, I felt deep gratitude for the tip, the bumpy road, and the quiet magic of this place. Some places are waiting just for you to find them. Waterfalls in Thailand are famous, but the next place I was sent was different. Follow the river upstream, past the elephant camp. When the path disappears, keep going, an old farmer told me. The trail vanished, and I had to walk directly in the river, stepping on slippery stones. The jungle closed in, sunlight dappling through a canopy of endless greens. Every shade of green surrounded me, a symphony of color and sound. I waited for half an hour, the river my only guide. Then I heard it, a low rumble growing louder. Around a bend, I found a series of gentle cascades tumbling down a mossy rock face into a turquoise pool. It was idyllic, hidden, peaceful, and entirely my own. I slipped off my shoes and dove in, floating under the canopy, alone in paradise. This place demanded effort, you had to earn it. The reward? Perfect, uninterrupted peace. No crowds, no noise, just the river, the jungle, and me. Sometimes the best places are the ones you have to get a little wet to find, and that makes them all the more magical. You can't explore northern Thailand without stopping for the food. After a long hike, I found a tiny roadside restaurant run by Auntie serving only Khao soy. I watched her ladle fragrant broth over noodles, topping it with crispy fried noodles, pickled greens, and lime. The taste was incredible, creamy, spicy, sour, and savory all at once. As I ate, locals joined me at the table. We didn't share a language, but we all understood the language of good food. Auntie sat with me, sharing that the recipe was her grandmother's, and that some things, like her Khao soy, never change. I told her about the trail and the temple. She nodded. Good places, quiet places. Over that simple meal, I felt most connected to the real Thailand. These roadside stops are the heart of the journey, where you refuel your body and soul. You meet people, share stories, and learn that a smile is universal. It's not just about hidden landscapes, it's about hidden moments of connection. Auntie wanted nothing but to see me enjoy her food. As I left, full and happy, I felt less like a tourist and more like a friend. The mountains of the north are legendary, rolling across the land like sleeping dragons. I'd seen them from below, but I wanted to see them from the top. I heard whispers of a secret viewpoint known only to a few locals. "Take the road that looks like it goes nowhere," a young man told me. "When you think you should turn back, keep going." The drive was a test. Hairpin turns, thin air, tiny villages. The road ended in a dirt track leading into the clouds. I pushed onward, finally reaching a grassy plateau. I walked to the edge and gasped. Below, a sea of clouds filled the valleys, glowing in the late sun. Mountain peaks poked through like islands. No guardrail, no sign, no crowds, just wind, sky, and an unbelievable view. I sat for an hour, watching the sunset turn the clouds gold, pink, and orange. The silence was absolute, broken only by the wind. This was a place for perspective, a secret kept by the mountain, shared only with those who make the journey. As darkness fell, I knew this image would stay with me forever. Some views are worth every uncertain mile. My journey wasn't just about empty places. It was about finding places where life moved differently. I was told of a village deep in a valley, reachable only by long-tail boat. The boatmen navigated us up a winding river, past limestone cliffs and jungle. The village appeared, houses on stilts, children jumping into the river, women washing clothes, men mending nets. The river was their highway, playground, and source of life. I walked around smiling at people. There were no hotels, no restaurants, just a family inviting me to sit on their porch. We shared water, fruit, and smiles. I watched the river flow, a constant calming presence. This village's beauty was in its authenticity, a living, breathing community, not a spectacle. As the boatman took me back, I felt peace, reminded that the richest travel experiences are the most human ones. As my time in the north ended, I realized the point was never to discover all the secrets. The real discovery was learning that the secrets exist. The true spirit of travel isn't about ticking boxes, it's about staying curious, open to roads not on the map. Every conversation, every shared meal, every confusing direction was an invitation to look deeper. Northern Thailand taught me the world is still full of mystery, if you're willing to look. These hidden places weren't just spots on a map, they were lessons in patience, trust, and the beauty of simplicity. The best adventures begin where the guidebook ends. I think about all the places I didn't see, and I love that. There are countless other trails, temples, and villages waiting quietly. The adventure is never really over. It's not about conquering a destination, but letting it reveal itself to you. Seek out your own unseen places. Get a little lost. The magic is in the search itself. Leaving Northern Thailand, I felt a sense of responsibility. I'd been let in on a few secrets, a guest in quiet, precious places. With that privilege comes a duty, to protect them. That's why I haven't shared exact names or GPS coordinates. These places aren't commodities, their magic lies in their obscurity. Responsible travel is about moving through the world with a gentle footprint and an open heart. Sometimes the most respectful thing you can do is keep a beautiful place a secret. Let others find it through connection, curiosity, and a little luck. Go to Northern Thailand, eat the food, see the famous temples. But then be brave. Put the phone away, look up, smile at a stranger, ask for a recommendation. Let your journey be guided by human connection, not a digital itinerary. You'll find your own hidden waterfalls and quiet viewpoints, special because they're yours. Cherish the memory. Maybe keep the map to yourself. That's the traveler's quiet vow, to inspire others to explore without spoiling the discovery. The world is still full of magic, waiting for those willing to look with respect and love. And that's the greatest secret of all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, please like and follow the channel for more adventures to come.